Well, hello, hello, hello. This is really fun because this is the first time I have been back on Facebook Live in probably close to 2 years, and I have been I've been doing Insta Lives, and this morning I knew it was just like very clear to me that I was doing a live on Facebook this morning. So I love that my topic that showed up for me the other day was, can I get a healing? Because definitely need a freaking healing on the idea that here I am on Facebook with no heads up, 15 minutes tops. So my name is Bonnie Sachs, and I am a teacher of healing alchemy. I teach a class called Mastery of Your Information with my very dear friend Kat Gibson. We are finishing up pretty soon our third year of teaching it, but that's not why I do these lives. The reason why I do these lives is because I really want to share with people that healing is real, energy is real, and that we can ask for healings. We can get exactly what we want whenever we want it. All we have to do is ask and continue to ask and continue to trust that it all will show up exactly as it is meant to show up. That's it. That's all. All in a nutshell. Yeah. And I have been doing this work for 6-7 years. Probably I've actually been doing it my whole life, but I brought the awareness and more consciousness to this work just in the last few years. So I also do a podcast. I do a podcast with my very dear friend Joan Bowers, and we are doing a podcast that's a little more unusual. We actually are reading a book, and we're taking the book day by day and talking about it if it's something that you resonate with. The book is called The Kingdom, and it is a channeled text by Paul Selig. So that's me in a nutshell, back on Facebook, and my information today is about the idea that we can all take healings, that we have an opportunity to notice when something really annoys the heck out of us, or the duck out of us, right? When something pops up and we can feel ourselves being a little triggered by whatever is going on, we can always ask for a healing. We can always ask for assistance, some help, like, oh my gosh, I know I just went into fear, which I absolutely did when I was jumping on Facebook instead of jumping on Instagram. And so I just sat here and I was like, all right, let me have a healing. Let me have a healing. Let's heal the fear that makes me think that being on Facebook is being more exposed than being on Instagram, as if that is actually a thing. But part of the healing process is asking for what you want, is recognizing that there is something going on in you. And one of the things I love about that is that it's an opportunity for us to tune in more with ourselves, right? Let me pay attention to what's going on with me. I have spent a lot of time being oh my God, what was that? I actually did that yesterday. How cool is that? Yes, actually have that show up so that I could talk about it. We were at Home Depot, and I had all kinds of things start to go on with me and my body, and I felt nauseous and sick, and I was like, oh my God, what is that? What is happening to me? Who threw something? Who did this? Who did that? And it turns out that it was just my higher self, right? My higher self, the one that runs my body, going, yeah, you just ran into a whole bunch of fear, and we're going to use that to move out more stuff in your body, which it absolutely did. So I love that we can have an awareness about that, right? I knew I was getting flipped out. I knew I was really getting stressed and thinking there was something more going on. Because, oh my gosh, who does not feel like a victim at any point in their life? There is certainly lots of things going on out there in the world to give us an opportunity to see where we feel victimized, right? Where things aren't going the way we thought, and we get really pissed off. And yes, Sarah, we can absolutely give you a healing, because there are lots of healings available. There have been some things going on in the last few days, right, that have triggered all of us, that have had all of us doing some version of a skippy dance because we're happy about it, or doing a really like pissed off, oh my God, I can't believe that they are such idiots dance, right? And there is lots of opportunity for us to take a look at that and see how we can transform it. Now, if you're the person who's doing a skippy dance about whatever has happened, you're probably not asking for a healing. Probably not. It's probably those of us, those out there that are on the opposite side, that are really pissed off, that might ask for a healing. And I did just that. I asked for a healing on all of the happenings around the decision that the Supreme Court made on Friday. Watch me dance around that. I was like, show me what that is. Show me a bigger picture of it. Show me why it is happening now. And I absolutely love that I did see a bigger picture of it, because I was definitely somebody who was all kinds of triggered from one end of the spectrum to the other. Like, why in the world would this be happening right now? What is the purpose of that? And first I got to take a healing on where I was getting pissed off. Holy cow. I don't want to be pissed off. I want to look at issues from a very neutral point of view. I want to look at what's happening in the world from a place of neutrality, not from a place of having a really strong opinion and looking to defend my position. I don't want to defend a position. I just want to know. Give me some more information so I can know. So that while I'm sitting here talking to you, whether you are aware of it or not, there is lots of healing available to you. You can put out your hand and you can ask for a gift. You can ask for a crystalline gift, which is absolutely being put in your hand, whether you have an awareness of it or not. And if you know that you have a crystalline mandala sitting in your hand, you can ask what color it is. I see a lot of them that are coming in as Christ Consciousness Blue. That Christ Consciousness Blue is about, we call it the forgiveness frequency, right? It's, in truth, nothing to forgive. There isn't anything to forgive, but there is an opportunity for us to transform it. There's also a lot of mandalas that have a lot of love frequency in them. And I really want to speak from a place of love, not from a place of anger. So that's what mine is. Mine's got that forgiveness frequency in it, and it's also got that love frequency in it. And I want to put it right here in my throat. It's not my personality that wants it to go in my throat, although I have that awareness. It's also my higher self, right? Who wants to make sure that I am speaking with more love and more compassion and more neutrality. Because when I speak from that place, I'm getting more of the good stuff. And that's a really cool thing. So, There are lots of gifts coming in. I see lots of stars coming in, and you can absolutely put your hands out and ask for some of those stars, although they are coming in and they are transforming everything that is going on with you without you even asking. Did you know that was possible? Did you have that awareness that you could actually constantly be getting healings, constantly healing what is making you most crazy, constantly transforming the fear and the anger and the unworthiness and the unconsciousness? That's a really good one to heal. So you are absolutely getting all of that as we are just sitting here and talking. There are also openings that are being closed. Did you know one of the reasons why you can get so angry about any subject, not just what happened this week, but what happened 20 years ago or what happened 3 weeks ago? You get a healing on all of that stuff all the time. Most of us just don't have any awareness of how much low frequencies we have in our body. Sometimes I might call them hucha. How much hucha we have in our body. The stuff that makes us think that we're not enough. The stuff that makes us think we have to defend a position. The stuff that really pisses us off. Holy cow, do we get pissed off, right? I get pissed off. Sometimes I'm just like, whoa, where'd that come from? So yeah, you can put your hands out and you can get the stars right in your hand, and then you can put them where you most want some help, or you can just trust that you're busy gathering them as you're listening to me. Do you have to listen to me in present time for it to count? No. How cool is that? Because this is the quantum field, right? All this stuff that we call air is also the quantum field. And in the quantum field, just like quantum physics, right? In the quantum field, it's all available all the time. My words go out into the quantum field and they start working more magic, just like your words do. Did you know that? Did you know that you are that powerful? I spent a whole lot of years thinking that I was just one person who couldn't make a difference. I was just one person moving through life. And yeah, you know, I had kids and I had a husband and I was doing things to contribute to the world. But I wasn't doing anything big. It wasn't like everybody knew my name. So how could I possibly be doing anything? That's absolutely not true. It's not true for me, and it's not true for you either. You are absolutely moving through the world and changing lives and making a difference. And you have an opportunity, like you always are doing, to have an awareness about how you are lifting things up. Right? So anything that you might get triggered by, that there are a lot of people getting triggered by, the Supreme Court ruling is a great example. And hopefully we can heal more of the triggers for it so that people can see what an awesome opportunity what has happened is. One, we get to take a healing on all that, wherever we stand on the issue, right? I don't want to be pissed off. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be in fear. I don't want to go unconscious to how this is affecting other people. Give me a healing, give me a healing, give me a healing. And you have an opportunity to take a lot of healings, whatever it is, Wow, I got really pissed off. I'll take a healing on that, please. Wow, I can feel how much fear I am going into. I'll take a healing on that, please. Let's move more of that. Because I want to speak from a neutral place. We all want to speak from a neutral place. We all truly want what's best. We just stand on different points as to what that is. I just posted on Instagram this morning this great meme about the number 9 or the number 6 sitting on the ground. And one person is standing on this side saying it's a 6, and another person is standing on this side saying it's a 9. With a message that we can actually both be right, right? Both of those people can be right. Because one is seeing it as a 6 and one is seeing it as a 9. It is absolutely, both things are true. And our job, our opportunity is to stop, go, oh, I'll take a healing on the fact that they're arguing with me, and perhaps switch sides. Just to look at that number differently and go, oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, now we can talk from the point of view that I get what you're saying and you get what I'm saying. So now let's sit and talk. What an opportunity that is, right? So if you find yourself getting into a debate or an argument about whether that number is a 6 or a 9, you can go, you know what? Let me just stop. Can I have a healing? Take the healing on that. Take the opportunity to pause. Maybe you have to take a deep breath, right? To take a pause and you go, what if I could see it from another person's point of view? What does it look like over there? It's a really cool chance to transform something in you, right? Something that isn't working for you. And I'm willing to bet that when you take that healing opportunity, when you go, yes, can I please see this with more clarity, that you will have an opportunity to transform some other things in your life, right? Because my opinion about one thing affects my opinion about something else. The way I look at one thing affects the way I look at everything in my life. And suddenly you start transforming more things in your life. Your work life starts to transform. You start to manifest things more. Your relationships start to shift and change. Who knew, right? So, you have, once again, another opportunity to put your hands out again and ask for another gift. Gifts are always, always available to us. They didn't teach you that in school, did they? Isn't that funny? They didn't know, right? Gifts are always available for us. So I am actually seeing a box, and the box that I'm seeing is a really bright green. It's actually the same color green as my pillows. It's bright green. It's like magic green. And that helps transform more of the low frequencies, right? And that box doesn't just have bright green in it. It has a lot of other colors. There's a lot of love in there. There's a lot of the frequency of wonder, which is clarity, a high, high level of clarity. And I definitely want that, right? And I want to pop it into my brain. Because who doesn't want more clarity in their life? Who doesn't want more love in their life? That's what we're all motivated by, right? So you get to have those gifts too. Whew. And if you are somebody who hasn't experienced energy from this point of view before, you may find yourself getting really warm. Now, I know I'm in South Florida and I'm sitting outside and it's probably 83 degrees or so out here. So I can logically go, oh, well, of course I'm getting warm. I'm outside. Of course I'm getting warm. I'm on Facebook Live and I'm probably doing a little nervous sweat. And I'm also busy taking in more energy. High frequencies are really warm. They feel really good. Low frequencies are really cold. And when you feel those, I felt those yesterday, you might put on a sweatshirt. You might go, wow, I'm really cold. I must have caught a chill. You might have caught a chill. Or you might be moving out some more low frequencies. Maybe you're moving out some more fear and anger and unworthiness and unconsciousness, you know? What if that were true? What if that was a possibility? I love that all of it is possible, right? I am 56 years old. And in all my years of schooling, in all my years of living, it took until I was about 50 years old for me to have an awareness that energy is real. That out here in the quantum field, there are a lot of energies that we can bring in to transform what is not working for us. So I just grabbed a power line, and this power line is filled with love, 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 love. And I'm going to put that right in my throat. You're absolutely right, Joan. Who doesn't want more healing? Who doesn't want to get more information about what they're doing, what they're up to? Who doesn't want to have more clarity about decisions that you are making? Who doesn't want to feel more love and more joy? And speaking of that, there are lots of crystals coming in, joy crystals for everybody. And they're just soaking into your skin, into your body. Your higher self is busy gathering. Yes, more joy, more joy, more joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Joy helps transform pain. It helps transform physical pain. It helps transform emotional pain. It's a really, really awesome thing. More joy, more joy, more joy. And we're just going to throw a whole bunch more joy in our throats and in our brains because we can. More joy for everybody. How about that? So, I do want to tell you, share with you, I don't want to tell you anything. I want to share with you something that is a really cool concept. The really cool concept is that we get an opportunity to lift things up. We get an opportunity to lift ourselves up, and we get an opportunity to lift up everything around us, right? Everything around us. And what I mean by lifting something up is seeing it in a new way, seeing it for the possibilities that it could be something different, seeing it with more love, seeing it as more divine, because it is, seeing the God in it all, right? Because God is in everything. God is in absolutely everything. And so when we are taking healings, when we are asking for healings, when we are gifting ourselves, or maybe gifting other people, what we are doing is actually lifting them up, seeing them more in their truth, seeing them more in their divinity, seeing the God in them, seeing the joy in them. Maybe they're not looking so very joyful at the moment. But when we see them in their joy, when we see them in their truth, we are actually in the process of transforming them. I remember I used to apply this principle to raising my kids. Wasn't always easy. Didn't always do it really well. But when I could remember that cranky, miserable kid in front of me who was having a temper tantrum and really mad because they didn't get what they really wanted, when I could remember that I love that child in front of me, things would transform. I was seeing them in their truth. I was seeing them as they really are. I wasn't seeing them as the cranky, miserable kid that was appearing in front of me. I was seeing them as the love and the joy and the beauty that they really are. So we always want to take an opportunity to see everybody around us in that same joy and love and wonder, beauty, right? See them with compassion. Did you know that's the secret to manifestation? That's actually how it all happens. You see something as it really is. You see something as it really is, and you recognize that you have the opportunity to move the judgment, the fear, the pain, the anger that you have in you. And when you start moving those low frequencies out, suddenly your eyes see that in its beauty, in its perfection, exactly as it truly is. Holy cow, that was really good. I need to write that one down. The really cool thing is, when we learn to do it with people, we can learn to do it with things. With things that we see that we don't like, that trigger us, that piss us off, that really make us go into all kinds of fear. Can I have a healing on that? Oh yeah. I want to see that with more clarity. I want to see that more from a place of neutral space. Yes, let me see that. And I almost always have my hand out when I ask for a healing because I know there are gifts available. If your hand doesn't go out, that's okay. You're still getting the gifts. Everybody has a gold leaf available to them, and many of them are actually gold leaves. There's a lot of them. But maybe you have a thing like, well, I don't want too much. Don't give me way more than I can handle. So some of you might just have one leaf, and the rest of the leaves are being put in your Merkaba. These gold leaves are filled with a frequency called union. And that frequency union helps dissolve, transform, shift the idea that we're separate. The idea that I'm separate from my higher self, that I'm separate from you, that we're separate from all those people out there. So you can take those gold leaves and you can put them all over your body. You can just keep putting your hands out and asking for more. Yeah. They're going to help transform the ideas that we have that we're separate, that there's some kind of separation, that separation is real. It's not. It's really cool. As we continue to heal the separation, as we continue to see each other in our divinity, to know that I am God and you are God, that God is, that God is, that God is, We're going to transform it all. All the things that piss us off. All the things that make us go unconscious. All the things that just make us feel like that we don't have any power, that we don't matter, that there's not enough of anything in the world. We're not going to do it overnight, but we are going to do it. And it's going to be really cool. So I want to thank you for joining me on Facebook. It kind of looks like this is where I'm going to be for a while. So I so appreciate you popping in and, having a conversation with me. I really appreciate if you relate, connect, understand this, that you share it with others. All we want is people to know how magical, amazing, and beautiful they all are, regardless of which place they stand. Hope you all have a fabulous Sunday and you enjoy all the gifts that are available. Take care.